There are no throwaway people. That is the belief of a woman who has devoted her life to helping the homeless and the poor. Sister MacCanon Brown is a visionary and committed outreach worker. She has helped thousands discover a better way. Sister MacCanon Brown, a powerful advocate for the poor. She's been called the Mother Teresa of Milwaukee.
Carol, we have a society that we create ostracism. We stigmatize people for being homeless, even though homelessness can happen to anyone.
Twice a week, about 150 people get in line here at the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary. They get enough food for a week.
It is a food desert. It is a serious food desert.
There's a rumor that you did not necessarily want this site named after you. Is that true?
Well, I don't ever want to be perceived as doing this for self-glorification. I don't want that. But I understand why they chose to do that. I have these conversations with God about that. You know, this is not a me, myself, and I thing. This is a we thing. We have a fun way of saying it's a G thing and a we thing.
Sister MacCanon has been a champion of the underprivileged for almost 3 decades. She's seen lives changed dramatically.
There's something in them that will stop checking out of society, stop giving up, and say, I want to try. To me, I just lose my breath sometimes. Some of those moments are where I can't breathe for a good reason, you know.
Born to Protestant ministers in Iowa, her parents taught her the value of every human being.
My sisters and I witnessed our parents treating everyone the same, with the same dignity and love, whether it was a senator, a prostitute, a blue-collar worker, whoever it was who entered our door or in the church, they were all given love and dignity equally.
Brown converted to Catholicism. In 2014, Sister MacCanon took her vows after the Sisters for Christian Community invited her to become a nun.
So, my dear MacCanon Brown, we, the Sisters for Christian Community, call you forth to proclaim your vows to your beloved.
And recently, the Sisters for Notre Dame chose her to become an associate.
It was a huge surprise. God has a sense of humor. They approached me. You know, I just said, I think you're barking up the wrong tree, but they said, no, you fit our profile. So it's an honor, though. Oh, my gracious. These holy women that have been in this procession for centuries, so relevant, such agents of change.
Becoming a nun was natural. Her devotion to uplifting people like Raymond Woods is legendary.
I was homeless a lot longer than I expected, but she had helped me out.
Woods has been volunteering for Sister MacCanon for 16 years. One night, while homeless, he spent the night in a garbage can and was almost thrown away, literally.
What stopped me from pretty much sleeping out here on the streets was this last time when I was sleeping in a garbage can. I guess the truck came and didn't know I was in a garbage can and start lifting it up. And it kind of shook me a little bit. So I knew I was ready to get disposed of. So I jumped up out the garbage can and was waving my hands to the man. He started lowering me back down. And he told me, just don't ever do that again. And I said, you ain't got to worry about that no more. And I felt blessed then. That was the ending of that, of me being homeless. That woke me up completely. I would not sleep in another garbage can, and I feel for other homeless people out here too.
Woods is inspired by Sister MacCanon's determination to help the less fortunate. Board member Karen Dubas echoes the same sentiment.
One of the things that we say here at the MacCanon Brown Sanctuary is to be, become, and belong. And so I take that to my heart because it can speak to everyone, you know, but when I come here, I always feel like I belong and that I can always be more than I am today.
Dubas, a retired lieutenant from the Milwaukee Police Department, praises MacCanon's drive to improve lives.
Sister MacCanon is a great leader. She leads with compassion, she leads with respect and love, and she is very driven. And with all of that, she comes to bring over 600 volunteers, over 60 organizations to the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary. People come when Sister calls because they believe in our mission for the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary, and they believe in Sister.
Sister MacCanon laments the racial disparity she's witnessed.
All of this, where there's this huge divide in Milwaukee, which would have the majority of homeless people and people living in poverty be African American. It's time for us to have the uncomfortable conversations that reverse that. It's time for that great divide to be healed no matter what we do. The employment issues here are also shocking, and that is a loss of human potential that is colossal. The loss of human potential that happens in a resource-scarce neighborhood like this, just can't even comprehend what that would mean. So we really have a lot of intention around helping to turn that around too, of helping people discover their ability to thrive rather than live in this utter scarcity.
And after serving thousands in Milwaukee through decades of work, Sister MacCanon wants us to know she has not encountered violence.
Even though there's been hundreds and hundreds of people wherever I go, we have never had one violent situation. And part of the reason is something larger than ourselves, this amazing vision of solidarity.
The lessons learned from Sister MacCanon, profound.
That we are more alike than we are different, that in any given time, we could have changed places.
Actually, just love one another. Have no hate in yourself. So, because she ain't never had no hate in her. So that word hate is really messed up. So she always gave love, and I think that's the biggest part of me sticking with her, because she has a whole lot of love, and that's the biggest thing I can say, is give love.
And through the unconditional love of people like Sister MacCanon Brown, our world becomes shinier, brighter. We see that we can unite when guided by the principle that no man is better than the next.
Wouldn't it be something, Carol, if we didn't have a military budget and the world were at peace, and we could spend all those trillions of dollars on making sure everyone had homes and health care? And wouldn't it be something one day for the flag of truce to be something that's held up all over the world, and we would have no more homelessness and poverty?
What a beautiful soul. For more information about the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary and how you can help, we have a link on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page.